legs! Character, Squire! Come free, you good-for-nothing, rusty straight-razor! Hold your ground! Attach ye lily-livered bottom feeders!
Ha! Well, you certainly showed them.
They had us outnumbered. Why did they run?
Why indeed?
And that's when I shouted, Silver, you're a dead dog unless you run. And by gum, run he did.
It's no good. This saber now belongs to the jungle.
Come on, let's have a go. Jim, are you all right? A secret compartment. Look, it's a map. The Fountain of Youth. This is a map to the greatest treasure of all time.
Fountain of youth, indeed. This scrap isn't worthy to line the bottom of a parrot cage.
Aren't you at least curious? Captain, do you think it's authentic?
We've just been attacked. Our first priority is safety.
According to this, the fountain is somewhere among these falls.
Captain, where are we going? There's nothing round here.
Stow it, Morgan! We're mere inches from the greatest booty of all time.
Long John Silver.
What's that cutthroat doing here?
Pilfering the Fountain of Youth that belongs to us, no doubt.
We've got to stop him. It's happening, Morgan. I feel younger already.
Captain, what's wrong? What's happening to you?
Long John, what's wrong?
Speak to us. What happened?
Are you all right?
I live yet. But will you, when I have two of my most bloodthirsty cohorts waiting to ambush ye behind those trees?
What?
Shh, Captain. What are you warning him for?
I can't help myself. I'm trying to hold my tongue, but the truth slips out like a moray eel.
All right, Silver. What's your scheme?
There's no scheme, Squire. I'll tell you that right square.
Captain, Squire, over here.
The Fountain of Truth.
Could it be that anyone who drinks from this fountain can only tell the truth?
Ah! Say it isn't so! Well, I'll be. Long John Silver, the patron saint of liars and thieves, can now only speak honestly.
This is terribleness. I've got to warn the others.
We better take a sample of this back for the doctor to inspect.
A pirate who cannot help but tell the truth. I never thought I'd live to see the day.
We must be cautious. Even in a pirate's most honest truths lives a viper's nest of venomous lies.
'Tis true. I'm a good-for-nought scoundrel, a cad and a cutpurse, and I'll do it again given the chance. Yeah, will somebody cut out my fool tongue?
This is excellent. If he can't help but tell the truth, there's no telling how much he can help us.
If he can only tell the truth. Unlikely at best.
Impossible at best. I know the scoundrel, and truth isn't a tongue he speaks.
This situation demands utmost scrutiny. First thing tomorrow.
Here. You two have the watch, but I charge you, don't listen to a syllable that slips out of that wicked mouth.
Aye, sir.
Right. Good.
Oh, I'm sick to death of eating coconuts and bananas day in, day out. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a good shepherd's pie.
Is it meat you handcuff for, Squire? A spot of beef on the back of your tongue?
You heard the captain, Squire. Don't listen to a word.
You say beef?
Squire.
If it's meat you want, 'tis not very far from this ferry. No! Don't let me go on.
No, go on, tell us.
I shouldn't tell you, but there's a clearing by a cliff, by a cove. And in the centre, a tall palm.
Yes, yes?
7 paces to the north. Dig, and you'll find... What possessed me to give away such a secret? What will the others do when they learn I've squandered away our stores?
Maybe we should wait until morning to check this out.
Morning's far away and my stomach's growling now.
We're on watch.
It only takes one, especially when he's as young and alert as you are.
What about the captain's orders?
Of course, you're right. What was that?
What was what?
Don't worry, I'll check it out.
Where are you going?
I'll be back in a jiff. I have to check out that noise.
But I didn't hear any...
Beef, real beef.
Delicious, Squire. But wherever did you find it?
Yes, indeed. Where did I find it?
Well?
Well, there I was, following this noise. I could hear their plotting voices as I followed them halfway across the island, trying to decipher their nefarious, vile, evil schemes.
You left your post?
No, I only followed them a short distance.
You followed them halfway across the island for a short distance.
Well, maybe it wasn't halfway across the island. Maybe it was only a few yards.
The truth, Squire! That Squire, abandoning his post. In the service, we'd have shot a man for such an errant breach of duty. And a broadsword as right as the day is long, and a cutlass sharper than a serpent's tongue. Don't pay him any mind, him and his rambling. Huge cache of munitions it is, all to be found under the moss-covered stone by Witch's Rock. You mean the builder with the witch's face? Beyond the fork in the path? Aye, the very one.
Don't listen to a word.
No, of course not. Stand and fight, you walking flea farm. Lost him. A huge cache of munitions of his, all to be found on the moss-covered stone by Witch's Rock. Ah, sure. I could use a new cutlass.
And you honestly expect us to believe you found all this?
He's telling you true, matey. Your captain was pursuing me fairy mate, dashing like the Furies right through that clearing. Funny though how rats' tracks lead to port, whilst the munitions crate trail lists to starboard. Now a lesser man might think you give up chase to score yourself a fancy cutlass, but I know Captain Smollett to be a man of honor.
I understand in the service they'd have shot a man for such an errant breach of duty.
Of all the insolent, I'll not be accused of treason by some dandified fop.
Call me a dandified fop.
Look at yourselves. We're all supposed to be on the same side. There's the enemy.
Oh, I suppose too much of even the truth can be a deadly thing.
How do we know he's telling the truth?
There's only one way. One of us has to drink the water from the fountain. Any volunteers?
Right. Since none of you are man enough.
There'll be no sampling any of this until it's been thoroughly tested.
Afraid of the truth, Doctor? What dark secrets might you be afraid of divulging?
And does that mean you're willing to be our guinea pig, Squire?
No.
No, you take it.
No, you take it.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you have it.
No, you.
I'm beginning to think that the only trustworthy person here is tied to a tree stump.
You made crew to be trusting John Silver, but what of me men? Near as I can fathom, they've got your whole camp surrounded. Me rescuing party come at last.
Release the prisoner.
Thanks be praised.
Now, let's hang him.
What?
Aye, aye, Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan?
Long John Silver, for conduct unbecoming a pirate, fraternising with the enemy, revealing our secret stores, and most detestable of all, consistently telling the truth. You are sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead.
The enemy of me enemy is my friend, even when my enemy is my friend, and my friend is my enemy.
What? There's something about this attack I don't like.
I think that's the general idea.
No, I mean, it's all very suspicious.
So, Captain Morgan, before I spit your fancy reel to rubber stock, have you any last words?
Just one. Retreat!
And stay out unless you desire another solid thrashing.
I've lost my mates and my urge to plunder. Useless as a fishnet mainsail, I have mercy on the fallen scoundrel, and let me join you goodly folk. From this day forward, call me Honest John.
You really want to join up? With us?
What choice have I? My own men have turned against me.
You're a good man in a fight, John Silver. You've brought us provisions and munitions.
But will you swear allegiance to your captain and crew?
I swear, I swear, I swear, I swear.
Have you ever seen such pathetic grovelling?
Will you swear allegiance on your mother's grave?
I swear it on my mother's grave.
Oh, very well. Welcome aboard.
Bless you, Captain. You'll not regret this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ready, gentlemen? Heave! Heave!
Allow Honest John to lend a hand. A goodly bit of camouflage. Camp's looking mighty shipshape, mateys.
I must say, Silver, old boy, an extra hand certainly lightened our burden.
As if he'd noticed the difference.
A gift of fire from Honest John. Now, gather round. 'Tis time to truly prove me worth. Let Honest John give you the thing you desire most. The missing piece to Flint's treasure map.
The missing piece? Where?
You're looking at him.
You.
I knew Flint like the back of my own hand. Figuring out his map would be child's play for Johnny Silver. If only I had a chance to peruse the said map with a spell. By the tide, I knew the location of the treasure.
Entrusting ourselves to a common pirate. How abominable!
That never bothered you when he did all your work for you.
Oh, I said nothing of the kind. If you ask me, Hawkins and Silver are in cahoots.
Hunt, Squire. Didn't see you back there.
That map must be getting awfully heavy, old boy, and perhaps I should relieve you.
This map's the property of one Jim Hawkins, sir, which I've pledged to protect and see that he gets his extra share of treasure for it.
Extra share? Did Jim say that?
Pay no mind. 'Tis merely youthful impetuousness made him jaw such things, just 'cause he thinks Squire's not pulling his weight.
What?
Speak not to Honest John in confidence, mateys. 'Twill be public knowledge afore long.
Mind your footing, Silver. The water grows deep in the...
You a sharp nose, Captain. You're not at all the senile sea dog Dr. Livesey makes you out to be.
Pah! Senile sea dog, is it?
I'm certain 'twas meant with utmost affection.
What a disgusting mess.
Well, you certainly won't hear me complaining. Unlike some people who think their shares should be larger than the rest of us commoners.
What?
Struck a deal with Silver, have we? I suppose you've tipped off all your pirate friends, too.
So, conspiring against the doddering old captain, are we? Well, I'm still sharp enough to sniff out mutineers.
Mutineers?
So you admit it. Right. Who said that?
Long John, what do you suppose that could be? Long John?
Has anyone seen Long John? Is this where we thank our lucky stars for enlisting Honest John?
Don't worry, mateys. The gators will never follow you into the quicksand.
Quicksand?
'Tis truly quicksand, mateys, as in alive.
Belay that squawking, Honest John, and help out your shipmates.
No, I'll not be doing that.
That is an order, John Silver.
That fountain water's finally sent him round the bend.
Not too, Scar. That fountain water sent me to a treasure.
The map? The fountain? The attack by your men? It was all a hoax?
Not just a hoax, Jim lad. The greatest humbug a pirate ever concocted. And he fell for it lock, stock, and barrel. Sorry, I am to say it, and I must say, or should I say, to tell the truth.
Blast! I knew we should have tested that water.
You were the one who told us not to test it.
Who dragged us to that infernal fountain in the first place, mon capitaine?
I seem to recall the idea originating with you, Squire.
Fine, put all the blame on the coward.
Will you two cease your yammering? I'd like the last words I hear on this earth to be somewhat pleasant.
Stop it, everyone! Don't you see? This is what Silver wants. He succeeded in turning us against one another.
Jane's right. If we want to get out of this swamp alive, we've got to work together. Captain, give me your saber quick. And Squire, your coat.
Why?
Whatever for?
There's no time to explain. Just trust me. This better work. Never mind that. Let's get out of here. Now, whatever you do, don't let go of the coat.
All right, Jane. You do the same thing. Grab my ankles.
Silver! Silver! Silver!
Here it is, mateys. Our ticket to riches.
I've been in stickier situations. I just can't recall any offhand.
You might need this. Ready? Heave!
There's no time to lose. We must get that map back from Long John.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, Jim.
Honesty is the best policy. Honest John. I wonder what that could mean.
But how did you know to switch the maps?
Simple. I asked Long John to swear allegiance on his mother's grave.
So?
Silver's mother's alive and well and living in Dover.
You mean you knew he was lying all the time, and you let us walk into that trap?
Sometimes you have to use a little deception to get at the real truth. Besides, I didn't know if I could trust you.
Can't anyone be trusted in this confounded world?